There is a lot of brewing and cooking in this episode. One of our YouTube competitors wants to enter the cryptocurrency market. What about that one? You may be familiar with the Rumble platform. We will examine the XRP chart from yesterday and provide you with an update. We're going to contrast it with our current position. We're also going to do some chain link activity with Bitcoin. After that, we will investigate this rumor. Currently is hearsay. Until Bitstamp or Robinhood tell us what is happening with derivatives. Will they actually be joining the XRP ledger? If that's the case, then it's game, set, match. Good night, everyone. We will prevail. Would you like to see XRP overtake that top spot? We do it this way. Now, let's get right to the point. $97,212 for Bitcoin. On the last day, that decreased by 0.93%. Ethereum, with a price of $3,385. Right now, it's down 2.32%. Both USDT and USDC are approaching their dollar pegs. The mean lean of XRP is $2.27. It is 1.87% in the red, indicating a slight negative trend. The entire market value of cryptocurrencies is $3,354 million. Before we receive that correction, everything is now geared up for the upcoming big fireworks show in Q1. March and April, right around tax season, before the enormous blow-off tops that will hit cryptocurrency later in 2025. There has been no change. You'll be the first to know if it changes. Thus, be sure to activate the notification bell. Despite its decline in price, the Bitcoin bull cycle is far from done. This is the reason. This article is from thecryptominute.com, as stated here. In a pretty unsightly manner, the price of Bitcoin dropped by an estimated 70% after reaching a new all-time high of $108,268. This caused the asset's price to drop to a local low of $92,281. I now made a statement. I predicted that during this bull run and cycle, Bitcoin would never fall below 90K. So far, I have been correct, and I continue to hold that belief. Therefore, the recent policy statement by the U.S. Federal Reserve, which adopted another 25 basis point rate decrease at its most recent FOMC meeting, has been blamed for this significant price decline. Interest rate cuts are bullish for the cryptocurrency market, but the Fed also stated that it plans to lower its original projection of 4 cut rates in 2025 from 4 to just 2, which will cause investors to dump riskier assets in large quantities. As anticipated, the sharp drop in the price of Bitcoin raised concerns about the asset's future, particularly in light of the current cryptocurrency boom. There you have it, the chart is visible. The small downward motions are visible. According to this article, Bitcoin has been rising since October. Thus, I continue to emphasize how crucial zooming out is. The primary cryptocurrency has increased from 60,200 to more than 108,000 during this time. It's a price increase of more than $40,000. It claims that the separation between Bitcoin's SMA 200 and SMA 365 shows that the asset's bullish structure is still in place. Therefore, many people choose to view the 15-minute or even 24-hour chart, but you should zoom out and view this from a 3 or 6 month time period. If you did that and went back to October, you would notice that many of these assets are still in a bullish trend despite price drops in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. This is simply typical behavior for a cryptocurrency cycle or bull run. We will not simply keep running up. Corrections will be made. We can resume our ascent to the top after those adjustments are finished and we locate a new foundation. Only at blow-off tops do you witness these markets continuing to rise and rise and rise. When a blow-off peak occurs, the price begins to fall and will not return to its previous upward trajectory. As soon as money begins to flow out, either due to profit-taking or people switching to assets that haven't yet run, it will begin to retrace. Keep in mind that Bitcoin is now commanding the market, so it's not all season until it has its fun. There is something here that you should take note of and focus on. After that, we discuss this. Tether has invested $775 million in Rumble, a platform for sharing videos. Shares of Rumble have increased by more than 41%. It claims that stablecoin behemoth Tether is in negotiations to make a strategic investment of $775 million in Rumble. According to a press release on Friday, Rumble would utilize $250 million of those funds to support operations and the remaining amount to finance a tender offer for up to 70 million shares of its ordinary stock, for $7.50. Tether is purchasing its shares at the same $7.50 per share. As we get ready for our next stage of expansion, Rumble's CEO says, and I quote, "I firmly believe Tether is a perfect partner that can put a rocket pack on top of Rumble." According to Apollo, CEO of Tether, platforms such as Rumble have the chance to provide a reliable, unfiltered alternative as a result of the growing erosion of trust caused by legacy media. This is intriguing. If I had to guess, the following Rumble stages will be really big, especially if YouTube doesn't do anything about cryptocurrency rewards or even payouts. We don't need to go that far, but cryptocurrency donations will be an option. The fact that Rumble is utilizing Tether suggests that there is a cryptocurrency strategy in place, such as a tipping system or a platform for USDT monetization, which will attract Tether to the platform. What will this accomplish? It will cause a fire under the YouTube bot. We'll have to wait and see how YouTube reacts. YouTube might not be compatible with Tether. Perhaps YouTube will start to accept payouts in a stable currency and utilize RLUSD as its backing. Or they begin to accept cryptocurrencies as payment for memberships or tips. Folks, take note of this. Since YouTube isn't going to just sit back and watch Rumble take off, this is fairly major news right now. This brings to mind the MoneyGram Western Union incident from the past. MoneyGram set Western Union's bot on fire when they announced that they would be cooperating with Ripple. Excuse me, but that was back in the day. What actions did Western Union take a few years later? Declared their intention to invest in digital assets. We now know that MoneyGram and Stellar are collaborating. They are leveraging USDC and Stellar's network to onboard and offboard individuals. MoneyGram recognized they needed to mix things up to get past Western Union, so they took the first move. How are they going to change the situation? Lower your back-end operating expenses. This is precisely what digital assets do. They expedite time and reduce customer costs. For the duration of this video, we will exclude the charts. I want to make sure we cover this, but we'll go over them in the second video of the day. I had never heard of CSUN research before. A gold check mark was given to them. What does that actually mean? It's pay to play, sorry. You will be able to obtain a gold check mark if you have sufficient funds. However, since Andrew Device published this, they are beginning to comprehend the trade. According to him, the top 30 commercial banks in the world are set to launch their cryptocurrency services through Bitstamp in collaboration with Ripple. Similar to the work with eToro, I think this is the FX market coverage for on- and off-ramps and settlements offered by Ripple. Given the scale and reach of the top 30 central banks in the world that will be using Bitstamp to provide their customers with cryptocurrency trading services, this is far larger than I had anticipated. Trading and exchanging digital assets is an advanced institutional adoption. Because XRP is partially owned and serves as the settlement layer for FX liquidity needs, it is likely to attract a large number of new institutional traders and investors. Now keep in mind that it uses XRP if it uses the XRP ledger. It uses XRP if it uses RLUSD on the XRP ledger. The more utility there is, the more the XRP ledger is used, the more XRP is burned, and the more XRP is used. The deflationary side of XRP is shown when you start adding up millions, then billions, and perhaps even trillions of transactions over time. Economists tell us that if you look at supply and demand, that's what will give you your price action. Keep an eye on what Bitstamp and Robinhood have planned for 2025. Let's keep an eye out. I think this is only the first important move that will occur, after which things will start to fall into place. Fantastic moments.